Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Wellness Your Way Q&A, where we're going to give you all the details.
That's right. I think it was about a year ago, Teresa, that you and I first began crafting this program. And we're coming up on the third time to offer it, and we
Mm-hmm.
find it and just made it better and better as it goes along. So
Yes.
we're really excited to fill you in on Wellness Your Way, which is our life-changing workshop intensive. And it is very customized, very targeted, very specific to the participants. In fact, we limit participation to 6 people to ensure that each really gets the white glove treatment.
Love that. And you are in the right place if you feel that you've been failing at the fitness game over time, or you're feeling the physical, mental, and emotional impact of not making time for consistent self-care. Self-care is so important, and many of us kind of neglect that and just make it a random thing that happens every once in a while. If you're unsure where to start, even if you've started multiple times throughout your life, this could be a jump start or a new beginning for you. If you have guilt over prioritizing, as I just said, basically everybody else but neglecting your own needs, and you feel guilty about that, you're in the right place if you're frustrated with those past fitness attempts or diets or whatever, that you never got the results that you had hoped for. And you're in the right place if you feel isolated, unsupported, disconnected from a group of people that can be there as your lifeline, or as your support, or
That
your accountability partners.
this is one place we're better together. Really, really.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You're in the right place if you are dealing with a lot of negative self-talk that has just been playing in your head for way too long. This is the time to stop that and substitute that with something more empowering. If you've been struggling with your body image, especially as we age, we all tend to go there at some point in our head. But if you are one who is struggling and can't get out of that or break that pattern, this is the place for you. If you are feeling overwhelmed from trying to balance work and family and that so needed self-care and personal care, then you're in the right place. If you are a person who is always comparing yourself to another person, another woman, another person who you see or you just see out there in social media, or a friend or whatever, you're in the right place. We're going to help with that. And if you are in a place of being confused because you're getting all kinds of mixed messages from outside, then you're in the right place.
And I have to say, you are in the right place too if you feel like, well, the die is cast. I'm too old. It's just too
Mm-hmm.
late to make any
Yeah.
real lasting or, you know, inroad type change.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there, tried it, didn't work.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed. If
Mm-hmm.
you are so in the right place, because upon completing Wellness Your Way, you are going to have a customized long-term health and wellness habit that is sustainable for life. And it's going to be yours because
Mm-hmm.
you created it
Yes.
in line with your life, with my guidance and Teresa's guidance, and will stick with you after the 1 month intensive for the balance of the year to help you refine your plan and to make sure it works, that it is sustainable, that it works for your life. To support that, you're going to have an awareness, a newfound appreciation of your innate strengths and confidence in applying them to this new sustainable self-care routine. You're going to lean into you and your own
Mm-hmm.
superpowers to help this work long term. Improved confidence, you're going to definitely release stagnant energy and emotion. You're physically going to have better strength, stamina, balance, which has been a big one for me, and flexibility through very focused movement. You're going to develop an uncomplicated relationship with food in a no deprivation approach to eating, which is huge because,
Mhm.
but knowing how to have that relationship with food so you can have
Mm.
wellness and happy taste buds, that's all included. And boy, we add other things like forgiveness rituals to help clear your energy and make space for the new emerging you. An introduction to the benefit of using essential oils, a community that Teresa mentioned earlier of like-minded women for encouragement and accountability and support and for fun.
Mm. I love you said the happy taste buds. I had a great visualization in my head when you said that. My tongue's like dancing around.
I mean, if you go on a restrictive diet, which is not a word I like or
Yeah.
use,
Yeah, me neither.
your taste buds get sad, and that is not sustainable. We love, just as mammally creatures, we love that kind of stimulation. We like
Hmm.
newness. And so putting yourself on restriction, you probably know this as well as I, you say you can't have something and you will, so if you learn a new relationship, it changes everything.
That is huge. So huge. So we are going to share some more details about our upcoming program, but we do want to ask you, our viewers, our attendees, what results you would want to see in a 4-week program. Because our program initially is just 4 weeks, a 4-week intensive focused on your lifelong well-being. And so based on everything we just mentioned, what are some results you'd like to see? And if you're viewing this, you can drop those in the comments and we will
We'll be
respond
watching.
to those later.
And so as you're thinking, just to highlight, you'll have your personalized wellness plan that's sustainable for your life, for life, knowledge of your specific personality strengths, and a knowledge of how to use them to sustain your wellness journey, but also for your general badassery in life. Knowing your strengths is you'll discover the right movement and exercise programs for your interests and abilities. You'll develop this uncomplicated relationship with food. Oh my goodness, with food, and you'll fuel your body without deprivation. We're going to help you reframe your thoughts and your speech into self-love language, shift your energy, um, dive into personal growth mastermind material, and then again, benefit from quarterly post-program check-in calls as your new habits really sink in and become effortless lifestyle, which is what we're going for here. So if you have something further you'd love to see in the program, that's pretty jam-packed, but
Yeah, it is.
we're listening. We're listening. So if there's something else you'd like to see, we're all ears.
For sure. And we are bringing our combined life experience, our life training, our tools, and combining forces to bring them all to you in this program.
Wow. Teresa and I both are coaches, but we are all both have backgrounds as teachers.
Mhm.
And so we appreciate the learning process. To make a big change is not something you're going to do in 4 weeks. You'll make inroads, but that's why we've extended it for the full year of support so that you can really lean into your learning and make this ultimately an effortless way of life.
Mhm. All about taking the effort out of it.
there is a little effort at first that because
Mhm.
change is
Right.
challenging. Or it
Thank
can,
you. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, once that initial momentum is generated within this 4-week intensive, we're helping you, create this momentum. Yeah, once you create it and have your plan, then it is going to become effortless because you're going to create these habits and routines and ways of doing things that will just feel very, very natural
yeah,
at a certain point.
great choice of words, momentum,
Mhm,
like that. We
mhm,
help you get it and then sustain it. Very cool. So I guess the question becomes, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do wellness your way?
mhm.
Here's
Well,
some of the,
yeah. Go ahead. I was just say a common one is don't have the time. I've heard that so many times for different things, not just wellness and fitness and
right, but it tends to be the kind of thing that is for self.
yeah.
Oh, I'd love to be in a book group, but I don't have the time. Oh, I'd love to
Mm-hmm.
do this, but I don't have the time. I can't find the time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's, a little tough love here. It's not a treasure hunt.
Right.
You're not going to find time. It's something that needs to be chosen and made time. And really, if it's important to you,
Mm-hmm.
truly important, you will make the time. You will make
Yes.
it happen.
Yeah.
And if you say it's important, but then you don't make the time,
Mm-hmm.
is it really that important?
Right. Right.
So my kind of coaching question is, if you say it's important, but you don't make the time, what belief or belief about yourself do you get to hang on to by not taking a step toward yourself? Maybe it's, I don't really deserve it. I'm going to fail at it. Any number of things. And so if you're, watching this call, I really invite you to think about that. Here's an opportunity to work with two coaches focused solely on you and your wellness. And if you're saying it's important, but not making the time, what idea do you get to hang on to? And do you really want to? How is that idea serving you? So just
Mhm.
food for thought.
Food for thought for sure. That
Because
could
we're
get
coaches.
pretty deep.
Yeah, good. But, that's what we're here for, to help the participants sort that kind of thing out and get
Correct.
beyond it.
Get outside your head and have somebody else help you get through that stuff in your head because we're so close to our own thoughts and feelings. Sometimes we can't move past them without a little bit of outside help.
Been there?
Oh, we've all been there and still go through that depending on certain areas or situations or whatever. So I'm going to throw another objection or another thing in my head that I come across for myself a lot as to why I wouldn't do it. And I always think like, oh, I can't afford something like that. So how are you going to counter that, my friend?
Well, there's a lot of choice about spending. And it's a horrible expression, but I'm going to say it anyway. Broke people go to Disney. People that say I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, but then,
Yeah.
suddenly there are pictures from the family at Disneyland
Oh, yeah.
because they wanted to make it work. They
Hmm.
found a way. So when it comes to spending on yourself, particularly around health and wellness, money's going to get spent.
Hmm.
And you can spend it on wellness, or you can spend it on sickness. You can spend your time on wellness, or you can spend your time on sickness. You have some choice here. And
Hmm.
so, what's the expression? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's so much more cost effective and frankly, way more fun to spend
Hmm.
money and your effort proactively on your
Yes.
wellness
Yes.
than it is on reactively spending
Mm,
it on
yes.
sickness and trying to get healthy from a depleted place,
Mm,
which is a place that one can get to if you're not taking some routine self-care. You can spend it, on tools for wellness, or, you can give it to big pharma and spend it on
mm-hmm,
symptoms and prescriptions and doctor's appointments and getting things figured out. I don't mean to be doom and gloom, but it's something I have learned, and I have learned through my own experience, and I have learned through the experience of my parents.
mm-hmm,
So, and certainly of people around me, and those who tend to choose regular investment, both of effort and funds on their wellness,
mm-hmm.
tend to have happier lives.
Oh,
Doesn't mean
yeah.
you're never going to get sick again, but it does mean it's a little less complicated. Your life is a little less complicated by illness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. You can have all the money in the world. And we've seen that play out on the world stage, in various instances. Very wealthy people, their health or something happens, and it brings them back to the way everybody else is. You can have a ton of money, but if you don't have your health, your wellness, that's kind of irrelevant. If you have created that wealth. Instead, create that wealth within your own body, your own mind. Again, put that investment in yourself, and it'll pay off in the long run. It all comes down to choices. We all have choices. Every moment, moment by moment, we have our choices to make. One's going to take us farther away from that wellness goal, or it's going to bring us closer to that wellness goal. Just quickly, I remember way back going to a local health food store who sold organic stuff. And at that point in time, I was not really convinced of organic being a choice I wanted to make. And I was told, like, you either pay for it now or you pay for it later, as you said. And so it took me some time, but I did shift my mind. And now I'm very particular about organic stuff. It's comical how that has played out. But yeah, and we're here to help you flip that script or flip that way of thinking, give you new perspectives so you can make a change within yourself as well. So you can
It's
make
funny,
better choices.
like the way one's brain is a computer. Like if you uh, make the analogy that asking a question is like,
Mm,
to yourself, is like putting it in a search engine. And so if the question is, or a statement, I can't afford this, or there's no way I can afford this, and put that in the search engine, you're going to get a response from your mind that says, you're right. You are broke, you don't have it, you need the money for this, that, and the other, and this person, and you la, 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 la. But if you put a different question in the search engine, like, how can I afford this? Or, why should I afford this? Why
mm,
is this important to me? Flip the script. How can I make time for this? You're going to get different answers. Well, if I shift my schedule this way, which I have the flexibility to do, and maybe it's for a month and I can make this change for 4 weeks. And if I noodle my budget a little bit, maybe not, and some people are hardcore shoppers, maybe I don't need that extra purse, and I can do this instead. So when you change the question you ask, you also change the answers you get. And in doing that, you open yourself to possibility, as opposed to closing the door with your very first kind of knee-jerk response. Can't afford that. I don't have time.
oh, yeah, for sure. Oh my God, I love that. And I've noticed a default pattern that a lot of people have. Boom, immediately, without even putting any thought into it. Yeah, totally know all about that. So I love that. Ask better questions. I mean, that's generally great for so many instances. So thank you for that. So at this point, I'm going to ask if there's any questions. I said, place them in the chat or your comments, your thoughts. We'd love to hear feedback from you.
And while that's happening, I'll just go over briefly the structure of how these 4 weeks work. The first week will be discovery. There will be new tools for exercise, new education on nutrition and healthy eating, and new approaches to just ways of being and thinking. So that's week 1. It's discovery. We're learning. Week 2, you learn it. You're working on your routine. You're getting into daily life. You are integrating this. Week 3, it's ownership. You're getting more confident. You're owning it. And then week 4 and beyond, you are being it. You are making this a habit, a reflex, a lifestyle. And so it goes discovery, integration, ownership, and mastery.
Love that. Absolutely love that. So as you hear us speak, you might not have a question in the moment, but after you sit with this information and it's going through your head, feel free to make comments with this video, reach out to either of us and ask your questions then. Okay, so even though you don't have one at this point, please reach out when you do have them. We'd certainly love to connect and answer them for you. So as we mentioned, we're your workshop, your wellness leaders, and we come with, as Diane Amelia said, experienced teachers or advisors, wellness partners. I've been on this wellness journey for, should I say how long? 50 years. And so it's become pretty effortless for me in that time frame, but we both have combined our efforts and offer the best of both of us for this group.
And
we have a
I was just going to say, I just turned 67 last week and really have dabbled for a long time, but I really didn't roll up my sleeves and get serious until I was 60. And so for anyone who says it's too late for me, I say,
never too late. Right.
You.
Never too late. Never too late. So as Diane Amelia said, it's a 4-week program in a small, intimate group for that white glove treatment. I love that. We have a structured curriculum. There's self-exploration involved, personal development. You will come away with a customized wellness plan based on your strengths that me and you will privately have a conversation about. And you also get a private conversation with Diane Amelia. So every person that's participating gets a private one-on-one with each of us.
And in those, we will be discussing your strengths. You'll be learning how to augment them with essential oils, which is really cool. And an interesting connection that Teresa and I have, we met and discovered that we both have a deep love and expertise with essential oils. And also we'll be talking about your exercise, your movement regimen, your nutrition, how you want to approach food, and also about customizing your language choices so that you catch yourself and learn to speak in sort of growth mindset speak, which reframes some of the negative chatter we get in our heads and turns it into something that stays open to possibility.
Love that. We always want to be open to possibilities for sure. So we start February 4th. And of course, within the group, if we need to tweak the time and the day, we are certainly open to that. I'm going to tell you about the investment in this experience. We start you off with a one-on-one with both Diane Amelia and with myself. So we get you off and running privately first. And then there's 4 weekly sessions of about 90 minutes each session. And then after that, there's a year of ongoing support in a community of like-minded women and access to both of us coaches. We have an element of accountability built in there. Now let's go into the investment, the total monetary investment that you would be making in your own health. We call it tuition and health supplies. So we have a total investment of $1,300, and we break it down in a couple of different school supplies that we want to be very transparent about. So it's $1,000 for the tuition itself. Then there is $60 towards a strengths assessment, which everybody has to have. So we can personalize this journey to you. And then we have a self-love essential oil bundle. That's going to be a separate purchase of $110. So we can use the oils in every weekly session. And then there's a $130 school supply fee for movement, nutrition, and the mindset healthy start bundle. And there's one-on-one guidance and community support with that. Now, if you register before January 30th, I almost said the wrong month, there's a 2-for-1 opportunity with that movement resource. So it's a 2-for-1 opportunity on your fitness and your nutrition school supplies. So that's only a couple of days away, depending on when you're watching this. So to get that 2-for-1 opportunity, January 30th, 2025 is going to be a date you want to really pay attention
The thing
to.
I do want to add is for anyone that registers by January 30, when you get the movement, nutrition, and mindset package, right now it's a 2-for-1 deal. So you would pay that $130, actually it's $129, and get a second year for free. So it would really be a great opportunity to lean into the movement tools, the nutrition education, and there's a whole mindset piece with meditations and whatnot. So it's quite a bundle, and to get it for 2 years,
It's a no-brainer.
kind of a no-brainer.
No-brainer. So that's through Thursday. Now, is that midnight on Thursday
It
to
is.
get that? Okay. So Thursday is the 30th. So that's just a couple of days from now. So you want that twofer. So make sure you go ahead and connect with us before Thursday. Anything else we want to add? We rolled a lot in here, and we're just coming up on our half-hour mark, but I want to reiterate questions. Ask us questions. We want to be very clear. We want to satisfy you with some answers as much as possible. Connect with Diane or myself. If you know us personally, reach out to either of us personally. You can make a comment in the Facebook group. Anything else you want to add to that, Diane? Any other way of getting a hold of us?
Did it all beautifully.
All right. We want to thank you so much for joining us here, listening in either live or to the recording. We so appreciate your time. We know everybody's time is precious. And that is another reason we really are wrapping it into a 4-week intensive. So we can, again, really give you a kickstart in a short amount of time and then nurture you through the upcoming year. And this is a perfect time to start this because it is the start of a new year still, I think. So you have till Thursday to get that 2-for-1. It starts next week. We want to hear from you. We want to help you feel good and create your own customized plan. Any final thoughts, Diana, before we head on out of here?
No, except I hope that, I don't hope, I trust that the right 6 people will register, and it's going to form a really unique and wonderful group. And I
Mhm.
trust with all my heart that we will have this energy of exactly the right 6 people for this group.
Mhm.
So yay.
Love that. Yay. All right. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, everybody who's been a part of this. We appreciate you, and we look forward to having you join our group. Bye-bye.
And bye.